10 ways to reset your gut health. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. 1. Think diversity, not good or bad bacteria. The first thing to realize is that you need to eat as wide a range of plant-based foods as possible. In the clinic, I tell people to aim for 30 different plant-based foods a week, including nuts, seeds, whole grains, legumes, and fruit and vegetables. Research suggests if you're having fewer than 10 of these plant-based foods a week, your microbial diversity isn't extreme. Vary the foods you eat weekly, and always be open to trying new things. 2. Eat fiber-rich foods. The fiber found in certain, but not all, high-fiber foods contains prebiotics, which feed the beneficial bacteria that live in your gut. Foods that contain these very beneficial prebiotics include beans, legumes, artichokes and Brussels sprouts. Fiber is a holy grail nutrient. If you can increase the amount that you eat, it will benefit pretty much every organ in your body, including your heart. Current guidelines recommend we should be eating 30 grams fiber a day, but most of us are only eating 19 grams. I believe we should be aiming even higher. Increase the amount you eat gradually to give your body time to adjust to it. 3. Eat healthy fermented foods every day. Fermentation uses bacteria or yeast to make foods such as yogurt, kefir, a traditional fermented milk drink that contains live bacteria, and kombucha, made from fermented tea, sugar, bacteria, and yeast. They generally contain a wide range of bacteria types, so they're believed to benefit the gut microbiome. I try to eat fermented foods every day. Kefir is the one with the most scientific evidence behind it. It has around 20 different types of bacteria and yeast in it, and the diversity is much greater than in yogurt. I drink 100 milliliters kefir a day. You can now buy kits with the kefir grain. You add milk and keep it on your kitchen bench to ferment for a few hours, and then it's ready to drink. Other popular healthy fermented foods include kimchi, a type of spicy Korean pickled cabbage, and sauerkraut, a fermented cabbage. 4. Avoid artificial sweeteners. Although artificial sweeteners may help you reduce your kilojoule intake, they may also destroy the diversity of your gut microbiome. Clearly, this needs to be weighed up against the need to cut down on sugar. Evidence now coming from some animal studies suggests that artificial sweeteners are probably not a great thing to include in your diet in large amounts. Whether it is better to have sugar instead of sweeteners depends on a number of things, including your weight and medical history. It's about balance. It's fine to enjoy a small 30 grams chocolate bar every now and then, but regularly overdoing it with a big bag of sweets is never going to be a good idea. 5. Always buy live yogurt. Although there is a multitude of yogurt types on the market, not all of them contain beneficial gut bacteria. Look out for tubs with labels that say they contain live cultures. It doesn't really matter if they're full fat or made from skim milk. Subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon. 6. Take probiotics only after antibiotics or if you have IBS. There isn't any evidence that taking a probiotic supplement offers health benefits to healthy people, but studies show specific strains of bacteria can help treat certain conditions. If you're taking antibiotics, for instance, one strain of yeast, called Saccharomyces boulardii, can reduce the incidence of diarrhea by 50%, which affects around 1/3 of people taking antibiotics. It's quite specific and prescriptive, though. Not just any probiotic will have that effect and not just any dose. When it comes to IBS, there are 4 probiotic supplement products on the market that have been shown in a study to be effective in treating symptoms. These are Simprove, Alflorex/Align, BioCult, and VSL No. 3. I wouldn't go as far as to say that these would work for everybody with IBS, however, as this evidence comes from a single study. When researchers have pulled the results of all studies together, they've found that probiotics reduce IBS symptoms by 20%. 7. Swap staple foods regularly. If you eat rice a lot, try wild rice, quinoa, or buckwheat, and aim to get more ancient grains on your plate. Even eating yellow and green capsicum, as well as red, will help. If you're buying chickpeas, why not get a can of the 4-bean mix instead, and try butter beans, red kidney beans, and black beans, too? Likewise with pasta, you can try whole grain or legume versions. 8. Eat meds to boost mood. We have seen in some dietary interventional studies that eating a high-fiber, med-style diet of fruit, vegetables, legumes, extra virgin olive oil, and whole grains can improve depression scores in some people. That's not to say that people on medication should stop taking their pills, rather, that eating a high-fiber Mediterranean diet alongside taking their medication may improve their mood. 9. Forget the low-carb fad. The ramifications of the low-carb diet trend without a medical recommendation are quite worrying because fiber is a type of carbohydrate. In the short term you can lose weight, but you can also damage your gut bacteria, which may, in the long run, have consequences such as an increased risk of colon cancer. 10. Don't do the low-FODMAP diet unaided. You may be tempted to try this diet to ease IBS symptoms such as bloating, wind, and diarrhea. It involves avoiding a type of poorly absorbed carbohydrate found in foods such as onions, garlic, lentils, cabbage, cauliflower, broccoli, and wheat. But it should not be undertaken without the supervision of a qualified dietitian. The low-FODMAP diet can be very useful for some types of IBS, but it shouldn't be the first port of call, she says. For one thing, many FODMAPs are essentially prebiotics, so by cutting them out you could be starving your gut bacteria of food. Also, the diet should only be followed for 4 to 6 weeks. After that, FODMAPs should be systematically reintroduced with the help of a dietitian, so you can identify what your tolerance is. Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for new video update.